Bitcoin is pumping with less than 4 months away from the halving. The rally continues. Welcome back. This is Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Trade at your own risk. Guys, we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to change my tune. We're going to be bullish in this video. I'm going to show you a 30,000 target and why. But let's get into the cryptocurrency market as a whole. We can see right now Bitcoin volume is 800 million. That's pretty big for a Saturday. Usually Saturdays are looking at like 100 million to 200 million. We got 800 million on a Saturday. People are excited. People are jumping in the market. Yes, sir. All right. What do we see? We see gains on Ethereum, 4%, XRP, 4%, Stellar, 6%. And you have a 5% loss on Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin Cash down 3%. Not much, guys. Not much. I mean, considering the crazy rally that they've had, to only be down by that much is not bad, all right? Just minor pullbacks, nothing to be worried about. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at a 51. We have plenty of room to go, guys. Plenty of room. All right, so we're talking about the halving. We got 114 days till the halving. Guys, we're getting excited. Why is the price pumping? I think we're getting excited for this, but we're gonna compare it to the previous halvings. There's been two before, so let's take a look at those, compare it to this one coming up, and maybe we can gauge a little bit of a forecast. All right, so let's go to our chart, and we're talking about the halving. All right, so we got the halving coming up in May. What did we have in the previous years? We had one in 2016, and we also had one in 2012, right? What do we see happen in both instances? We had a little bit of a run-up, we had a little pullback, and then right after the halving, we had this run-up right here, okay? Again, a little bit of a run-up before the halving, a pullback, and then boom. So what are we looking at right now? Is the same thing happening? Are we repeating history for a third time? People are getting excited. We broke out of the downward channel. Coming up, are we going to break this level here? Are we going to get above that and then get a little pullback right before the halving and then take off? This is a possibility. So guys, keep that on your radar. We are due for a pullback at some point, but it doesn't have to happen this week. It could happen next month or 2 months. Who knows? But right now, when Bitcoin's pumping, I'm not going to stand in its way. You have seen in the past, what is it? I mean, look at all of the, this is a weekly chart, okay? You're looking at several, we'll just look at it real quick. From here to there, that's 10 to 11 bars. So that's 10 to 11 weeks of green candles, all right? We can do it again right here. Let's see what happened when we had this pump. That was, again, this is about 6 weeks of green bars. So as long as Bitcoin is pumping, the trend is your friend, all right? And, do yourself a favor and zoom out. Stop looking at the 15-minute chart. Stop looking at the hourly chart. The further you zoom out, the better. Okay, you can place your stops under a weekly candle or a 3-day candle or a daily candle. And this is a much safer way to play, especially if we are entering a bull market. You're going to want to look at longer swing plays, mid to long-term swing plays, all right? You don't want to be so in and out, so choppy. I mean, that was for a different type of range, different type of game. But we got to switch up the mindset, all right? So let's look over at my BitMEX chart. I have some Fibonacci's that I wanted to show, and this is how I'm going to show you where we get the $30,000 price target from. All right, so going over to the BitMEX chart. First of all, we're going to start out looking at our Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low. We're approaching the 0.382 currently right now. It's around 92.85. We're trading at 91.54. The 0.5 is going to be just above this local top, around 10,174. Okay. I'm looking at these Fibonacci retracement levels as possible pullback zones. Just keeping these on my radar. These could be possible areas that we get a little bit of a pullback, all right? But let's go over to this Fibonacci. This is the good stuff. All right, let me move this one over real quick. And then we're going to drag this one on over here. You know what? Let's just delete this one to make it less complicated. I can always put that back later. All right, so from this swing high to this swing low, I'll fix it just a tad. We'll get a little more accurate. All right, so we saw on this run up in 2019 that we came to the 0.618 golden retracement exactly. You can't make this stuff up. The 618 is the golden retracement, and we hit it. Wow. So now, after this little downward channel, we found support on the 0.236, okay? And then if you look here at 9,800, that's going to be your 0.382. All right, so we could bounce back above here. If we find support above the 0.382, you're also going to be finding support above this local high. And a lot of analysts, they're saying, okay, if you want to be macro bullish, we need to get above this guy here because you got a high, lower high, lower high. And right now, as we stand, it's still a lower high. But if we can break above here, it's a change in trend. All right? So let's look to see if we can get above this level. The next one we would want to get above the 0.5, 11,850 would be getting above our top in 2019. It would be getting above the bodies of the weekly candles. But if you really want to get above the high, you're going to want to go past the 0.618, okay? So let's say that we do start breaking above. We break above here, okay? Well, let's show the 1.618. So basically, this is your retracement. If we're able to surpass the 20,000 top, where would be the next level of interest based on Fibonacci retracement? 1.618 level is at 31,259. Guys, you can see how these Fibonacci retracements work very well in crypto. So just using this alone, that's giving us a price target around 30,000. The next level, the 2.618, is at 48,620. We have all heard the 50,000 price target. I didn't make that one up, and here's another indicator pointing that direction. So let's get to 30K first, and then we could talk about 50K. But honestly, we're going to have to break 9.6, 10K. We got to get up to 20,000. We got a long ways to go. But if you're looking long-term outlooks, that's what you're looking at as a Moon Boy price target. Okay? So let's go over back to my Bitstamp chart. And we're going to break down the price like I normally do. I got all the Moon Boy hula. I don't even know what word that is, but I'm having fun today, guys. It's always good when the price of Bitcoin is pumping. All right. So let's take off my drawing tools, and we're going to throw on the EMA moving averages. We are currently well above the 21 EMA. Well above the 21 EMA. This is amazing. And we're going to want to stay above the 21 EMA. That's going to be key here. So the 21 EMA support at 82.56. If we can maintain above the 21 EMA, well, let me show you what it looked like in the past. Yes, sir. Held the 21 all the way from 2015. Boom. Wait, where was that? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, I got a little too excited. But anyways, we held the 21 EMA all the way from 2015. And then after our second halving, we still maintained. We kind of wicked down and then pulled back up. And then all the way from 2016 to 2017, maintained that 21 EMA. Well, if we can maintain that 21 EMA, boys, it's a bull market. That's all I got to say. All right, what else do we have? Real quick, let's take a look at CME, because the CME weekly did close on Friday, and the CME closed above the 21 EMA on Friday. We'll get a new candle tomorrow. So Could we get a retest back down? That's possible, but I'm looking for some support. I'm looking for some buys and to buy that back up, all right? So we're going back to our spot price. And by the way, this weekly candle will not officially close till tomorrow, but it's looking good as long as we stay above 82.56. What can we see about the Ichimoku clouds? On the Ichimoku, we are still above the blue conversion line here at 86.87. And we are still in our bearish cloud, but we use the bottom of the cloud as support. And possibly if we do get a pullback in this area, we could find support at the bottom of the cloud at 86.64. Maybe we bounce off this and then try to attempt at the top of the cloud. The top of the cloud is coming in at 10,278. That would be your resistance. There's a lot of trading up here, so that would be an area that you would look for as a potential pullback zone anyway. All right, if we can blast through this cloud and we find support above here, wow, that would be amazing. You would want to find support above 10,278 and then take out this top right there. Looking at the Stokes are pointed up. Our RSI broke this downtrend, looking nice. And on the hash ribbons, we did have our buy signal. Okay, we had the buy signal in this region here. Well, when we had the last time the buy signal, we called the bottom here. Let's take my Ichimoku clouds, given a little too much clutter at the moment. If we go backwards in time, you can see we had a buy signal here and we took off. We had a buy signal here. You had a run up and a pullback, but the price didn't drop much lower. So this one was a little bit tricky, okay? And this one had a buy signal, you had a run up and then a pullback. But both times when you had those pullbacks, the bottom was in. That was the crucial point of all this, okay? The bottom was in once you had the buy signal. So take this hash ribbons off. We won't need that anymore. Let's go down to our daily. Let's take a look at the daily. You can tell I'm excited, right? I hope you are too. All right, so the daily, the stochastics, they've just been going up and up and up, and I've been expecting a pullback, and it just keeps on going. Well, as you know, when Bitcoin is pumping, it does what it wants. You can see also back here, we were extended. It came down a little bit, but picked right back up. Here you had a cross down, but it was picked back up, still in the bullish zone. So basically you can see when we're bullish, it will stay up here for a little while. So no point in getting carried away with our stochastics. Same with the RSI. You know, when you're really pumping, the RSI can go way into the overbought region. So compared to this one here, this one here, this one here, we're not even close. So we still have room to go based on previous performance, but you know, previous performance is not indicative of future price. All right, I hope I said that right. So you know, I'm not going to be looking, if Bitcoin is just pumping and just melting people's faces off, I'm going to not look at the RSI and the Stoke so heavily. I'll keep it on my radar. It's always good to check on, but I'm not going to be calling for, you know, pullbacks every single time that we get high up in this region, because we can see it just keeps going if it wants to. All right. So that's the point that we're looking at there. Let's take a look at our moving averages. Moving averages. This was big today. We're going to have to see where the daily candle closes tomorrow, but we did break above the 200 simple moving average. So we were super bullish when we broke above the 200 EMA, but everyone was like, well, we still need to break to 200 simple. Well, we broke that. Now we're just going to want to see, do we close above here and find support above here? That would be super bullish. Or we could end tomorrow's candle back below and we could get a little pullback and then try again. You know, the more times you hit a resistance, the more likely it's going to break through. So just keep that on your radar. And then what can we see here also? We can see that our 50 EMA has crossed above the 377. The 21 is now crossing above the 200 EMA. It's bullish when you see your major moving averages crossing back above. This is good to see, okay? Ichimoku clouds, let's take a look. Ichimoku. All right, so we closed the candle above the cloud. It tried to dip below, bought back up, closed above, tried to drop back below, bought back up, closed above, and then we've taken off. So this has been beautiful to see that we broke above the cloud and used the top of the cloud as support. So this is on the daily. I was saying if we could do the same thing on the weekly, break above here and find support the same way we're doing on the daily, I mean, that would be some moon boy status stuff right there, would it not? Strap your moon boots on, boys. All right, Saturday, so we can have a little fun. All right, so you saw the Kumo cross. When the blue conversion line crosses above the pink baseline, that is also a bullish signal, and this is on the daily. So like I said, you're looking at the weekly, you're looking at the daily. If you're looking at those and you're doing a trailing stop based on those candles, you'll probably have a higher success rate in a trending market. Just my opinion, though, okay? Not financial advice. We already looked at the Stokes and the RSI, so let's take a look down at the 12 hours. The 12 hour on the Stokes still coasting along here. The RSI still coasting along. You don't really have bearish divergence because this isn't a confirmed local top. Now, if this dropped, then you would have bearish divergence because you had this high and then a lower high. You had a high and a higher high. That would be bearish divergence. But if this keeps going, the RSI is going to keep going up. So let's take a look at our moving averages. On the moving averages, the fifth, boys, this is not confirmed until this 12-hour confirms a close. But if we close around this level, 91.38, how much time? There's 8 hours left in this 12-hour candle. If we close around this price, you're going to have a golden cross on the 12-hour time frame. This is the 50 EMA, this orange 50 EMA crossing above our light green 200 EMA. So we're looking for a golden cross on the 12-hour. Looking good. The 10 SMA holding support here. The whole way, look, support, bounced off that boy. So this is super bullish when the 10 SMA is holding your support. Otherwise, you're looking at the yellow 21 EMA as support coming in at 8,500. What do we see on the Ichimoku? Ichimoku, blue conversion line above the pink. This is bullish. We are well out of the cloud. Our conversion and baseline are just trending up with the price. If you did have a dump, 84.27 is the next support with this indicator here. Let's go down to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, Ichimoku's already loaded up and it was holding as support, and we bounced off here. The support is at 88.81 on the 4-hour, okay? If we did dump off, the next support on the 4-hour would be 84.27. This is using Ichimoku clouds. Let's go over to our moving averages. The moving average. So again, finding support on the 10 simple and the yellow 21 EMA. So you had your support here, took off, came back down, tested our yellow 21 EMA on the 4-hour, took off, and then we are holding support on the 10 SMA, looking bullish. So when we're trending up, especially in these parabolic moves, you're looking for the 10 SMA and the yellow 21 EMA as supports carrying the price up with you. Okay, you can see though here we did come down and we bounced off of our 50 EMA as well. So these are the levels that you're looking at as support if we do start to break down. Looking good, nice little bullish volume. especially like I said, it's Saturday, so that's good to see. So let's take these guys off. Let's take a look at the stochastic real quick. Just kind of floating sideways. They don't want to come down, which, this is bullish. The neutral zone has held its support, and if we keep going, it's going to curl back up this way. All right, let's take a look at the Heikin Ashi candles. These are great for trends, and we're currently putting in a bullish trend now on the 4-hour. Looking good. Let's take a look at the 12-hour. Looking good. I mean, these are all going to be green. I think this is pretty obvious. So, while these stay green, they stay green for a while. So this is if you wanted to trade off of the Ichimoku, if you wanted to trade off the Heikin Ashi and say you were bearish at the way back here and you took your short, you really didn't need to close the short until this candle here. On this one, if you took a long and you were just following the daily Heikin Ashi, and this is, a very great way to trade. Also, you don't have to sit at your computer all day, so you're just following the daily trend, so you don't have to scalp. You can just follow the Heikin Ashi, and you would have bought maybe this candle here or this candle here, and maybe you would have sold here. But, you can look at the regular candlesticks, other indicators. Maybe you weren't convinced and you were still bullish. Well, we went green again, and we've lasted all the way here. So if you were using the Heikin Ashi, this would have told you pretty much to hold your longs from here all the way to here, and currently telling us the same. So as long as these keep printing green Heikin Ashis, we're bullish, guys. Let's look at the weekly. Oh yeah, so we're going to finish up with the weekly and then the monthly Heikin Ashi. So we put in a second weekly green bullish Heikin Ashi. You can see here, especially on the weekly, once this turns green, they can turn green for a while, especially if we are breaking out of the bear trend and we're going to start a nice bull rally. These are going to last for a while. So this is another way you could trade. This would be even less stress if you were just following along the weekly Heikin Ashi. And then to finish up the video, we will look at getting tongue-tied. The monthly Heikin Ashi, it's turning green. It's turning green. We still have, half a month left, so plenty of time for things to change. But as it is, you are getting a wick on both sides, which indicates possible reversal. You can see this one here. This is kind of looking the same, but currently it's green, so it looks even better than that one. And you can see these monthly candles, when they turn green, they can last a long time too. So things are looking good. Things are looking bullish. Not financial advice. There will be pullbacks. There can be savage 20% dumps and then gets bought right back up. So it's not going to be, the easiest thing in the world. But stay on your toes, stay cautious. If you're looking at a long-term swing play, maybe look at, the weekly and the daily candles. The closer you get, the lower the time frame. If it's like a hourly time frame, you might get tricked. You might get chopped up. So anyways, the trend is your friend till it's not. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, Crypto Rolly. I'm out. Yes, sir. We are pumping today.